Good morning. It is currently 10:46 a.m. on Sunday, October 11th, 2015. I'm Christiana Ellis and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. So, yesterday I did two things outside the house and felt very grown up and dignified and active. um Well, okay, so I took Luna to the dog park and we had a good time. And then after that, went down to the north end part of Boston, which is where, the Little Italy part, and had lunch at a restaurant called Ristorante Fiora with some coworkers that I hadn't seen in a while because they're actually at different work sites. And that was good. I had some good lasagna. And then from there, I went to a different part of downtown to see The Martian. And it was good. I liked it quite a bit. I had read the book and enjoyed that a lot as well. And the movie, I think, complements it really well. What I'm reminded of actually is the book versus the movie of Life of Pi, in the sense that the two pieces, the movie and the book, are doing different things to make the best use of their respective mediums, but they don't conflict. And I thought it did really well. So whereas the book has more stuff, um, the more things happen. They had to streamline some of the stuff for the movie. The movie does a great job of, keeping the pace up and showing how viscerally scary some of this stuff is, and we really get the visual of this Mars landscape. And it's great. And one of the things that I like most about both the book and the movie is I'm just a big fan of science fiction or, not even necessarily science fiction, but could be other things, but where the whole idea is there's a problem and it seems impossible. So how are we going to solve it? Let's figure it out. And I just like that. That appeals to me. It appeals to the engineering part of me. And so having this situation he's in where, at first look, it seems like, well, this is just impossible. He's just going to die. There's no way. And yet, with both him and the people back on Earth working really hard, they get it done. It's great. So I'm a big fan, and so the movie I think is done really well. It's got a lot of great people in the cast, headlined of course by Matt Damon, but we've also got like Jessica Chastain and Jeff Daniels and Chiwetel Ejiofor and Donald Glover, and everyone's got all of these different. Kristen Wiig is everyone's got. All of these parts that are like, so there's a lot of the parts that aren't, like big parts, and they're not necessarily especially showy, but by casting great actors in all of them, it just elevates the whole thing. So, it's really good. Highly recommended. I liked the movie quite a bit. So, I don't know necessarily what else there is to say about it, since I'm kind of just unequivocally recommending that you go see it. I suppose the question of should you see the book or read the book or see the movie first if you haven't done either yet. Um, I think probably the movie first, in this context, because that way there's not going to be any sense at all of when you're. So, like, if you read the book and then see the movie, there's going to be an expectation as a result of, well, when's this part going to happen? Oh, that part didn't happen. I guess they left that out. And even though I didn't have a problem with any of the stuff they left out, there's none of that expectation thing. And also that way, when you read the book, you can have the visuals of the movie kind of in your head, and it kind of helps to communicate and elevate the book. So they go well together. In other news, I'm going to be trying to post the audio version of the most recent Watching 100 Movies episode today. And we will be recording the latest episode of Talking About Survivor at 6 p.m. Eastern Time today. And otherwise, that's what I got going on. And I hope you guys have good stuff too. I will talk to you guys tomorrow for 5 more minutes.